Alright, here is the video review for Ocular Max Perfection Series PS-07 ARTIFEX, or Hoist as we are used to calling him. And you can see he's a green truck. He's got the little stuff, all the orange stuff back here, orange stuff, the towing stuff. Rolls very well. See, whoop, 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 on his rubber wheels. And he's got this little towing assembly. It does fold out and become like a little tow wrap. So yeah, you don't have to leave these chrome bits on. You can leave them attached. You can completely transform them into a complete robot without the weapons attached here. But there are little spots to plug them in here back in the backpack if you wish to. Let's plug in just like that. Like I said, you can fold that towing arm up. You can even fold it all the way up here, but that looks silly. That's mostly for backpack mode. So yeah, we'll go ahead and pop these off. You do have some extra bits and bobbles over here that we'll show off shortly, but you do get, he does come in the standard Perfection Series packaging. Window box there. You get the instruction manual, a little bio card, tech spec decoder piece for the tech spec on the back of the box. Works really well. And like I said, some bits and bobbles for robot mode, which will show some alternate heads. We'll show those off when we get there. And to transform them, we're going to go ahead and start to do this stuff. We're going to go ahead and unpeg the backpack and lift it up straight up like this on this little hinge under here, so it gets up out of the way. I'm going to unpeg the panel here on the leg, which will get this whole assembly out. You just kind of come up here and grab it, and just kind of wiggle, kind of push this in right here at this clip, and it'll come loose just like that. At which point you can fold the little mirror in like that, fold this panel up right this, fold the mirror in, fold the panel up, put the foot out of the way, bring it down, angle those pieces like that, which will free up the knee and a bunch of stuff up in here. So you bring the leg down, bring this panel up, the wheels, oh, we should push the wheels all up into their respective grooves, which you can do now. And have it from here. This whole assembly rolls in, just like that, and that wheel sits in there like that. Let's see what the dog's barking at. Turns out it was probably nothing. Anyway, so we got this folded up here, bring the foot down, and then bring this whole assembly down to the side of the wheel here. You can, if you want, to fold this back up. Into the leg. Same on this side. Bring it down around past the knee. Fold this up. Fold the wheel in. Bring this down. There we go, like that. Foot up. Bring the entire waist, or bring the whole leg around at the hip, at the waist there. Bring this down. Collapse these little pieces right here and fold this cross plate. You can see it fits right here in that groove in the die cast piece there, but this folds down to form the cod piece. Before you completely straighten the legs, you got to flip this piece down, which will allow this whole piece to come down and plug in down here at the kneecap. And then flip the foot up, and this panel right here pushes out, or slides out to meet. You can get it. There you go. This whole panel slides out to meet this panel. Like that, to fill in the lower leg. Just like that. And at that point, the legs are pretty much done. So we come around here to the front of the car. The arms are under here. You want to lift them up. You got these panels here that actually do a pretty decent job from underneath of hiding the arms. Those weren't present on Trailbreaker. Go there, split the arms, open them up like that. This whole assembly comes down. You can unpeg the centerpiece. Now you can leave them out wide if you'd like a wider chest. I follow the instructions here, but this piece comes loose, folds up into there, and actually tabs on. There's a couple little pegs here that does click into place up there, which allows these to now rotate in and narrow that chest, or the lower abdomen, stomach area a little bit. You bring this whole assembly down and around, and you collapse the waist up into there like that. Flip his head up. Windows fold in here onto his back. This panel comes forward and up onto his back like that, and then the whole backpack assembly comes up. The arms you bring around like this. Get him standing here, and then we'll rezoom, refocus, and get the upper body here in frame. All right, once that's done, these panels, you can see they open up, rotate around like this, and then you can rotate them onto the back of the arm, just like that. Same over here. You can do whatever you want with them, but the official transformation is to fold these around onto the back. Extend the arm, extend the lower arm, extend the arm, extend the lower forearm. And there's his base. Well, we're not quite done yet, because this flips up. These open up and rotate out to the sides. And like I said, this piece folds up into the middle here. And there is Hoist, or ARTIFEX, I should say, in robot mode. This is his base robot mode. Again, much like, just like Trailbreaker, you can fold these little green tabs up, and you can hook these. Again, there's like a little clip system here that goes into the back of here and then tabs on right here. This little clip goes in, just like this, if you want to attach these to a shoulder piece. Also, this should plug on. The windshield tabs in there, locks into place. And again, if you take this back piece off, you get a little bit more angle out of these, so you can attach them to his shoulders. That's one way to stick them on there. He does come with these little clips that Trailbreaker did to hold the rear of them, but there's no slot here for them to plug into on the arm, so I'm not entirely sure what the purpose of these is. They don't show you in the instructions where they use them, but you do get them, I guess. You get, we'll show that off in a minute. Get them all together. You get a couple extra mirrors in case you mess up the ones that come attached, and if you're not careful, you can bust them. He's got some alternate arm attachments. Like with Trailbreaker, you kind of collapsed his arms up and then put a little cap over them to attach the missiles. In this case, he's got these little tabs under here that come out. Actually, let's do this hand. They come out like this, which you can see how this locks this into place inside the arm. So you can remove the fist, and then you've got a couple different options here. You've got two hammers. This one you can see they have a different connector, and I'll show you why in a minute. But you take the hammer, you can push it up into the forearm. Well, you want it to stay out so you can actually tab the thing in, but yeah, you get that up in there far enough, and then you can take this piece, push it back in, and that will lock. It does have to go in a certain way, but that will lock the piece. There we go. That'll lock the hammer there onto the forearm. So you can give him a kind of smashy grab attachment there. But at the end of what you're actually locking on is this piece right here. You can see how that tabs in. If you'd rather have something different, you can, once that's locked in, you can pull the hammer off, leaving that peg hole exposed, and then you can take one of these, just like on the previous figure, pull off the little silver cap and plug that into the arm as well. So yeah, entirely up to you how you want to do it. He does have the force field generator piece that, again, comes with the attachment that allows it to either peg in here behind the head, like that, and it's on a ball joint up here. Or you can use the alternate post, just pop it off this ball joint, pop it onto here, and then this little tab can peg in. If you take this little piece back, you open that up, and you can peg it onto the side. Either side, you can do it on either shoulder, but this piece will plug in there. And you can have that piece set off to the side. So those are the options you've got for the various weapons. He also has a couple other option parts. You've got the head that comes installed on him. You've got an alternate green head with some bigger eyes and a slightly different faceplate. You can see that there's some grooves in there. The grooves are a little deeper. A slightly different head there. If you wish, there's also a gray head with blue eyes as well, which you can pop on in place if you wish. I'm not going to because you do have to unscrew this screw and pop them on. So you get a couple different alternate heads for him as well that you can install based on your preference. And you also get the toy face for, I believe the one that came with the Trailbreaker. I can't remember his name. I can't remember what the Ocular Max name for him is. Came with one that had the blue that matched the original Sphinx release, and this looks like it's the lighter blue that's supposed to go with the PS-01A, the lighter Sphinx that they released. So, yeah, but you get another alternate Sphinx head to look like the toy. Posability, he's got a ball joint here at the head. Well, actually, it's not a ball joint. It's a dual hinge. It swivels up and down, side to side, but you get a good range of motion out of the head here. A little bit of motion there on the platform it's on. Swivel at the shoulder, both front to back, side to side, as well as this little in and out one, mostly used for transformation. Bicep swivel, hinged elbow, wrist swivel. The hands do have an individually articulated index finger with an extra joint here, and then the three next fingers are all individual, but they're one solid piece. And then the thumb's on a ball joint. So you've got some posable hands there. You've got the options of this, or the hammer, or fist at the waist. He does have a little bit of an ab crunch, again, due to the way that transformation joint works. He does have a waist swivel, ratcheting hips, at least front to back ratcheting, and they don't seem to ratchet, but they are quite tight, going side to side. Thigh swivel, hinge knee, and then, of course, the ankle tilt down here. I think I like him better than I like the Trailbreaker. Maybe it's just because he's a little bit more vibrantly colored. He does have orange on him, which, if you watch my videos at all, you know is a plus for me in a lot of different scenarios. And I do like green too, so maybe that's part of it. But and then just as a quick comparison, here he is with that one. Just to show you how they look next to each other. All in all, I love the colors. I think they nailed the colors on this guy right off the bat. Nice green, nice orange. Really good looking figure. Like I said, I don't know why I'm more partial to Hoist than Trailbreaker. It's not a thing that I don't believe it carried over from G1 because I never had either one of these guys. I did play with Trailbreaker a few times. My friend had one. But I didn't have either one of them as a child. So I don't know what the attachment is here to Hoist specifically. Maybe it is the orange. Maybe it's the wings back here. I do like the way those wings fold up. But, yeah, I dig him. He's a cool little dude. Ocular Max Perfection Series PS-07 ARTIFEX.